When an imperial family is found butchered, officers of God are called to investigate. Evidence points to a rebel group trying to stab fear into the heart of an empire. Inspector Clyd begins a harrowing hunt for those responsible, but when a larger conspiracy comes to light, she struggles to trust even the officers around her. Breach of Peace is an introductory novella in the Lawful Time series by Daniel B. Greene. We follow Clyd, an inspector who is sent to investigate a murder that took place in her district. As we explore the scene, we are revealed a grisly series of murders. As Clyd nurses several cigarettes to keep her nerves, we get more and more detail of the attacks from one end of the property to the other. We spend a pretty good amount of time understanding a very strong, passionate, and professional relationship that exists between Clyd and her husband Samuel, who has just returned from business outside of the city. We don't get much time with the other characters, which is understandable as this is a short novella, only 140 pages, introducing us to the world of Breach of Peace. Daniel spends a good amount of time describing people's emotions, actions, and relationships. We get a strong sense of how people feel towards one another and the baggage that comes with years of working together. Some of the scenes can be very graphic and intense, although not to grimdark levels. It may be abrupt or offensive to some audiences, as most of the scenes are detailed in this way, and it does come with some cursing as well, if that's a sticking point for you. Although the murders and action come with strong alliteration, I do wish the surrounding areas had a bit more details explored. Just coming off of something like The Wheel of Time, where scenes, clothing, the scenarios, the environments are all incredibly detailed and fleshed out. I do wish we had some additional focus into the world that they are living in. I do get a sense from the cover and from some of the locations described in the series that we are in some sort of alternate reality mid-century city. Demons may have been a thing, possibly aliens, getting kind of a Sherlock Holmes era type vibe from this. I do want to touch a little bit on spoilers, so spoiler warning for anybody moving forward. I did enjoy Clyd's character. I was hoping we would get to spend more time with her, how she deals with the ramifications of everyone she interacts with, essentially dying in this book. However, in the last few pages, she does fall as well to the character in black with the white smiling mask. It is unfortunate that everyone dies. I do understand it. It was mentioned by Daniel that this story would not revolve around those characters. It also could be quite enjoyable if we do explore another detective type character moving forward, additional in the other series. Maybe picking up Clyd's case, seeing how they cover this up and unveiling the things that actually happened this night could lead to some cool mystery, because I think there's definitely still some gray area in terms of what actually did happen during these events. We did see Clyd's perspective. We do understand some of the other motivations, perhaps, of some of the other characters, but seeing maybe their viewpoints, some flashbacks, or maybe even depending on who the bad guy ends up being, the man in black, if we get some viewpoints from them as well. Could be interesting to revisit, or perhaps future novels will not touch on this at all. For our first outing, I felt this was very strong. I could nitpick in some of the dialogue and some choices of the writing in general, but it is to be expected from someone's first outing, especially self-published. I give Breach of Peace a 7 out of 10 and highly look forward to the future novellas and the full release of The Lawful Times. This has been a pretty quick review of Breach of Peace, short novella as stated. I do plan for my next review to be for The Completionist Chronicles. It's a book that came up on my Audible recommendation list. Spoiler, really enjoyed it, so that should be coming up this week as well. On top of that, I do plan on revisiting the Wax and Wayne series from Brandon Sanderson, leading up to the fourth novella, which is just getting started by Brandon. As of Friday, I believe, he started writing that, finishing Skyward 3. So, yeah, I'll be revisiting Alloy of Law and then the Bands of Mourning and additional books within the 4-part series. Hopefully sometime by end of year or early next year we'll be getting book 4. But yeah, doing a bit of a recap for anybody. If people are interested in Mistborn, I would be interested in revisiting those books as well. I actually just got my wife to start reading them, so wouldn't mind revisiting those for myself, catching myself back up. And I just finished Secret History as well, so I could touch on that if people are interested in those books. So thanks for listening. This is XP Share. Feel free to hit that subscribe, click like, and post in the comments. I'm definitely open for feedback or any types of chat. Appreciate it.